What is going on, traders? Welcome back to the Traveling Trader, still in Dubai. I switched from my hotel to my Airbnb. Anyway, that is not the point. The point of this video, we're going to be talking about NIO. I keep getting requests for NIO. So we're going to be talking about a few things. The upgrades keep on pouring in from different banks. So we'll talk about those upgrades. NIO's earnings were earlier this week, so we'll talk about NIO's earnings as well and what that means for the price as I see it. Obviously, I will give you my take on NIO's chart. We'll do a fresh, brand new NIO analysis. But first, a lot of you guys were asking me, obviously, in the YouTube comments, in the Discord, in my email, texting me. If some of you got a hold of my number, a few of you were asking me how did I play NIO, and I've made tons of videos about this. On November 8th, I did a video on how I was going to play NIO earnings, and I said that probably the best strategy as I see it is an Iron Condor, because I don't see NIO taking off on earnings day or shortly thereafter. And lo and behold, we were right. NIO's price stagnated a bit. It dropped a little bit, went back up to where it was. So it stagnated, and the Iron Condor ended up being the perfect strategy for NIO. And we are up almost 100% on that trade. So I will go over that trade first, and then I'll talk about NIO's upgrades, and then we'll go over NIO's earnings. And then lastly, I'll round it off by going over the price chart and how you could trade NIO in the future now that earnings are behind us. You will definitely want to stick around till the end so that you can catch a glimpse for how I'm going to be trading NIO now. So let's get right into it. But before I get into it, if you get anything out of this video, leave it a big fat thumbs up like this. Leave it in the comment section below. Let me know if you traded the Iron Condor or how you traded NIO leading up to earnings. And follow me on my Instagram as well as my YouTube stories, where I post a lot of content regarding my travels, because a lot of you also ask me about that and are interested in it. But I haven't been really making videos or posting them to this channel because I really want to try to keep this trading oriented. So without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, so let's go over the NIO Iron Condor trade. If you look at NIO's chart, around November 8th, when I did that video, we saw some price stagnation as it was consolidating up here right at the top leading up to earnings. Now, a couple of reasons why I thought NIO would be stagnant leading up to earnings. Well, if you see the stochastic RSI, this is called an overbought level. The RSI was also overbought. What this says is that the price action might be extended at the moment. Now, I know for those beginner traders, you think that you can buy something right before earnings and that you're going to be wealthy or you're going to hit the lottery on earnings day. But the market usually doesn't work like that. You'll hear a term that says the markets are efficient. That means that if a play is obvious for you, you likely will not be able to make money. NIO would have had to announce something so significantly unexpected that the price would then jump. But they already announced their delivery numbers a few days before. We already knew or suspected that NIO would beat earnings based also on XPeng's earnings, and NIO is a growing company. So all of that stuff was really priced in. And then if you take a look at on something like Thinkorswim, where you could see the previous earnings in the past, what I was saying was NIO almost always drops or stagnates after earnings. These are the last 8 earnings here on NIO. And you could see the price action here in the candles. You know, we have stagnation here, a drop, a drop, a drop, stagnation, a drop, and then here stagnation followed by a rise. And then obviously this last earnings, you guys know the story, there was a drop. So all of that information, you want to take all of these data points into your analysis. So that's why I was saying that an Iron Condor strategy, in my view, was the most efficient. Now, for those of you who are new, I'm going to just talk about the Iron Condor play itself and how we made 100% on this trade. And if you want access to our trade alerts, and if you want access to the absolute best trading community on YouTube, link is in the description. Now, here is the exact play in Thinkorswim. In Iron Condor, basically you create a range using a short vertical spread, a short put vertical spread, and a short call vertical spread, and you have this range here in the middle. In my Iron Condor, this range is between $35 and $55. So if NIO stays anywhere in between there, you get to keep 100% of what you sold this for. Now, if you're a new options trader, this might be confusing, but don't fret. It takes time. You can paper trade. You will learn this. Join our community, ask questions, and I always send out trades like this. So if NIO stays between 35 and 55 on expiration day, which today is expiration day, then we will make 100% profits. I know it sounds too good to be true, but any lucrative monetary opportunity has a barrier to entry. And when it comes to options, the barrier to entry for sure is knowledge and a steep learning curve. But once you get over that learning curve, it opens up the door to a whole host of opportunities. So other YouTubers will just give you their portfolios and tell you, I'm buying this stock or that stock, but there are many more opportunities if you know how to trade options. And I haven't seen a better channel that combines all of that stuff than this channel right here. So you are in good hands. All right. So this is basically the Iron Condor opportunity. We opened up a short put spread and a short call spread and created this Iron Condor in the middle. I had 20 contracts on this, so expiring 100%, I get to keep $2,360 for NIO expiring anywhere between $35 and $55. All right, enough about that. Part 2 of this video, we're going to be going over the price upgrade. So Bank of America boosted its price objective on NIO to $54.70 from 23 bucks, so more than double. And remember, when you're trading a stock, you're not trading a stock based on what it's doing now, especially growth stocks. You're trading it based on its future potential to generate cash flow. So Bank of America says, we believe NIO's fundamentals have bottomed out, demonstrated by improving volume sales and margin. NIO's improving product quality is supported by the 100 kilowatt hour battery pack and the 20 kilowatt DC charging pile. Also the third model EC6 and new ES8, it is achieving faster than expected sales, channel expansion, and strengthening brand equity. Not only that, but the important thing here is that Bank of America expects NIO to be profitable by 2023, a year earlier than the prior forecast. And also a company like Tesla, again, guys, I know you guys go crazy when I say this. I'm not comparing NIO and Tesla, but they are in the same industry. Tesla didn't report positive earnings until its 10th year. And two major other banks upgraded their price targets for NIO. Deutsche Bank and JP Morgan upgraded their price targets to $50. And Credit Suisse topped them with a price target of $60. The all-time high for NIO is $54.20. Obviously, right now we're trading at around 48 bucks. All right, part 3, let us move over to NIO's earnings. So I'm going to give you just a quick glimpse of NIO's earnings. I'm sure a lot of you guys have done your own research, especially if you guys are fans of NIO. But basically, their vehicle sales increased 146% from the third quarter of 2019 and 22% from the second quarter of 2020. Now, here's what's really important is the revenues also increased 146% from the third quarter last year, from the same quarter last year. Now, obviously, they are still reporting a loss, but that's expected because they are a growing company. However, let's look a little past the numbers. There are a few tidbits here I found on this Benzinga article. NIO's ES6 has been the fastest selling electric SUV in China for 13 consecutive months. ES8 is now the top selling premium electric SUV priced above $60,900 in China. Not only that, but their famed battery as a service offering was released in the third quarter of this year as well. That is a huge deal. Definitely a game changer and for sure gives it a competitive advantage. And by next year, NIO plans to go global and roll out into the European markets. All right, so let us take a look at NIO's chart and I'll tell you how to trade it based on all of this information that we've compiled and what's going on right now. If we take a look at NIO's chart, you can see here, no surprise that it is trading, consolidating here at the all-time highs as it has been doing. You know, it's been running up, consolidating, running up again, consolidating, and now we are seeing the same pattern. And for sure, I always talk about the 21 EMA, which is this white line on my chart, the exponential moving average. This right here is for sure the time that you want to rebuy or re-enter NIO after taking profits, or if you want to establish a first position, because NIO is going to continue going higher and higher. Back in the beginning of the year when NIO was $4 and I said that we'd see it above 20 bucks, yes, some people laughed at me. And then I said that NIO is a $100 stock at least based on its trajectory, right? Not what it's doing now, remember, what we're expecting it to do in the future. Now, if you're a long-term holder, I always have to give this caveat, you would just dollar cost average into NIO regardless of what the price is. But for traders, again, you want to buy at the retracements to the 21 EMA. Eventually, NIO will retrace to the 50 moving average. Now that is around $28. I'm not saying NIO is going to 28 bucks. A lot of you misunderstood my video when I was talking about NIO's potential retracement to the 50 MA, which at that time was 25 bucks. But I'm definitely going to be reloading up on NIO at any sign of a retracement. Moreover, if you're part of the trading group, you also know that we sold a put on NIO that's up 50% now, and we expect to collect 100% profit on that as well. I will make a separate video on how to sell puts on NIO because it is potentially a very lucrative way to be able to buy NIO shares cheaply if your strike price does hit, and if not, you get to keep your entire premium amount. but I'm not going to be talking about that here. I'll make a separate video on that. One other thing to note, NIO always hits its price targets that are issued by these banks. So if there is a price target at 60, mark my words, NIO will be $60. This is just my opinion. You don't have to take my word for it, but NIO has been consistently hitting its price targets. So as well as buying NIO at the next retracement, I'll buy some at the 21 EMA. I'm also going to be buying some if it hits the 50 MA. I'll probably be loading up even more. But I am also going to buy a leap call on NIO, which is a call option that expires a year or later. I will be buying probably at this point, if we take a look at NIO and see, just as an example, what a leap call would look like. In this case, you would buy something like the January 2023, and you want to look for at least a 0.8 delta because you want to get a similar return that you would if you bought 100 shares of stock. In this case, I might buy the 37 call on NIO if it does dip somewhere around there. But you want to pull up the delta information, and when you're buying leap calls, you want to stick to at least a 0.8 delta, maybe 0.7 if you're a little cheap, but you want a high delta so that you mimic the returns of buying 100 shares of stock without putting up the money for buying 100 shares of stock. Anyway, that is it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Again, follow me on social media if you want to get cool stories from my travels. I will be doing a video on my stay here in Dubai. Unfortunately, I am not going to Turkey anymore because the COVID numbers in Turkey have spiked and there are nationwide lockdowns there. So I'm canceling that part of the trip. I'm just gonna be staying here in Dubai for a while, and then I will be back in California. Give this video a big fat thumbs up. Leave it in the comment section below. Let me know how you traded NIO, what you are doing with your NIO position. Sign up if you want access to the trading group where you can ask questions from all of the traders, including myself, about some of these sophisticated methods like an Iron Condor, selling a cash secured put, or buying a leap call. There are endless opportunities in the market than just, buy NIO, buy XPeng, and wait, and just sit on it. I'm not belittling anyone's long-term strategy. I also have a long-term portfolio. I'm just saying that you don't really need a video for that sort of thing. Subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. I appreciate you guys more than you know. Stay safe out there, traders. Peace.